Can two vinyl record collectors find vinyl records at a gaming convention? Stay tuned to find out. So we've been trying a new thing where we get out of our comfort zone a little bit. Check this shirt out. I'm doing it, baby. Our friend Mort invited us to the Southeast Game Exchange.
Yeah.
Now, we're not huge video game players. I think we're a step above casual.
Right. I used to a lot more.
We decided to make the 5-hour trek to South Carolina to see what this community was all about. Definitely an interesting drive. We saw some stuff. We make it to our hotel, we check in. We're gonna lay low the night before the convention. But no, our friend Mort invites us to Pinky's Revenge.
Coolest freaking place I have been in a long time.
I agree, it's a barcade. So we go to the pre-party, and then we see this band. The name of this band is Lame Genie. They effectively take video game scores and do reimaginings in the form of mid-2000s metalcore. So as we're watching Lame Genie perform, ripping the stage, rock on! Yes! Mort comes up behind us and pulls us right outside. And we just, kind of start ripping a conversation.
Yeah, hanging out.
At one point, me and Stacy just kind of take a step back and we realize we are surrounded by our entire YouTube algorithm. You'd think because we're vinyl collectors, it would consist of just vinyl collecting YouTube, but there's something about this community and the way they love collecting. It really vibes with the way we love collecting.
Right.
We get excited. We still play and collect video games.
Yeah, we have a massive Switch game collection.
I would say it's
compared to the
modest.
video game collectors we watch, it is definitely a tiny collection.
It's a tiny piece of paper. Okay, that's all it is.
So that night we hung out with Pixel Game Squad,
Yes.
Mort's Garage, obviously,
Duh.
Phoenix Resale, Chase After the Right Price.
Retro Rick.
Retro Rick was there, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Sorry about it. Future Matt here. I also just wanted to say we hung out with Arkansas Picker later in the convention. Awesome dude, great channel. Make sure you check him out. It was nice to kind of be surrounded by positivity.
Right.
Because in our community, doesn't happen too often. The next morning,
It was time.
it was time.
Oh my God.
I had zero clue what to expect.
Of course, and that makes us really nervous.
So talk to me about what you're so nervous about.
Because I want to talk to them about knitting.
So we had about an hour to kill before something special. So we just kind of walked around, scoped the place out. It was fun. You saw some people dressing up, whole cosplay thing,
Right.
which was cool. Again, out of my wheelhouse.
He's not kidding.
Next year, when we go, because we're definitely going next year, I should dress up. And so, put in the comments what you think I should dress up as.
We have a tendency to find vinyl records in a very strange place.
It's just like a hole where me and my buds can hang out.
So that's what we decided to do in this little adventure of ours. We wanted to see if we could find anything, whether that's, vintage, new stuff that's like game related.
Oh yeah, like can we find vinyl records?
And we weren't seeing much. We walked around for about an hour and then it was time. We were lucky enough to be part of Mort's panel. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you too much about it simply because he's going to release his own video about it. But we had a great team. So we were on a team of 4, the Bald and the Beautiful, a bunch of good looking bald dudes and Stacy. Shout out to Seth. Shout out to Josh of Drink and Games with Josh. Best looking team, I'm just going to say. And shout out to Erica from MXS Retro. Make sure we follow her and all that good
Her
stuff.
lovely husband. They were all fun.
So we're on the hunt for records. It was our time to
Browse and search.
browse and start hunting. So let's give you a quick preview of that.
4 feet 8 inches. A long, high, even tall amount. For a 3rd grader. A long amount if you're a sandwich. As an adult human, what would it be like to be 4 feet 8 inches and walk through a gaming convention? You're about to find out right here on Vinyl Reckoning.
So the hunt for vinyl records begins. We were more drawn to all the artists. Our first stop was Adam from the Retro Beard. Check him out on Instagram. He had a ton of like signs. I don't even know the material they were made out of, but it was all like Nintendo, Sega. But he also had these coasters. One of the ones we got was the Dreamcast logo, and that was really the first big like memory of loving video games. I think I was about 12 or 13 when the Dreamcast came out. And who doesn't love Mario? So we got some Mario coasters as well. I think one of the coolest things as somebody who collects physical media was he had these what were cassette cases, but they were meant to hold Switch games.
I regret not getting one, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have to grab one from him. I'm sure he has an online store.
For sure. Yeah, those were really cool.
So, but Adam did not have vinyl records.
Nope.
We're making our way downtown.
Oh my God.
Walking fast.
We weren't walking that fast.
Okay.
It was crowded.
It was very, very crowded.
Walking not fast.
So we stumble upon this second booth. I am super into indie games, platformers, 16-bit style type games, fighting, beat 'em up, premium edition games in their booth. I picked up 2 games. They sold me on them. I told them what I liked and they showed me 2. One of them is They Bleed Pixels. Yeah. It's a bloody platformer. They explain that it is very, very hard.
I think I was drawn to that, like the artwork of it. It's really like cute, like it
but
has,
also violent.
Yeah. Again, with like the cute spooky vibes.
And speaking of violence, I just decided to double down on it. Super Blood Hockey was another one we picked up.
Yeah, we heard that one's like real kind of funny. Down for that.
And that's what we picked up from premium edition games.
Very nice people. They had a lot of cool stuff.
No vinyl records.
No, I'm there.
They didn't have any.
It's all right.
The third booth, they definitely didn't have any records.
No, but it was probably the coolest idea in a product. It was from Pure Alchemy Soaps. Pretty sure I smelled it walking by. It was soaps where you can smell like your D&D character. There's 3 different categories that you pick, and then they put it in a nice little box and calligraphy your D&D character's name on there.
We're claiming we're not super into video games. I want to be clear, we do enjoy them.
Yeah.
So we did take a look at all the booths that were selling vintage video games, and I'm not sure if I was, taken aback by my Retro Life's channel and what he was talking about that day, but I walked by a booth and I saw a game that kind of just called out to me. It was the first game that I remember going to Toys R Us, like picking out the little card and my dad purchasing it. And I think he ended up playing it more than I did. It's a core memory for me.
Right.
And I miss that feeling of being like, oh, something new. And it was important. And that is why we all collect. Where are these vinyl records we're in search for? Lo and behold, we find a booth. The issue here is that they were way overpriced.
Were they?
They were selling $10, $15 records for $40 to $60, and they weren't in the greatest shape.
Yeah.
So now we're just feeling extra defeated.
Right.
We're just kind of like, might not work out. But let's rewind to Friday night. Remember how we talked about Lame Genie?
Yeah.
Well, Lame Genie was so much fun.
Oh, they're so cool.
And they had a really cool merch booth. So we walked up to it.
Of course we did.
Turns out they had one of their latest releases on sale on vinyl. What a twist.
I know.
They did a metal reimagining of Turtles in Time, which is by far my favorite franchise. So I was like, yes, of course I have to get this. It's on a clear green, turtle green, if you will, record. And it is such a fun listen. And I want to give a special shout out to whoever paid for this record.
Not trying to be funny,
Someone came up, walked up to the dude
merch
getting
dude.
ready to take my cash, and he was like, "Oh, he's got you on this one." And I
we're
just
like,
turned
"Who?"
around, and so thank you for the record.
Thanks, stranger. We don't know who you are, but we appreciate it.
We will link every person we met or had a conversation with or bought something from down in the description.
Yeah.
Make sure you take the time to check them out. And I want to give my final thoughts. We are not part of the bigger picture in the video game community. We are effectively outsiders. I have never felt more welcome
Right.
in a community, period. So thank you for everybody who was just so nice to us and welcomed us. And a special shout out goes to Ricky from Pixel Game Squad and Caleb, Phoenix Resale, for having some of the coolest mustaches at the convention. I'm proud of both of you. Keep it going. I found some records at a video game convention. We completed our goal.
Take care of yourself and each other. And thank you all. It was so much fun. We got so many new friends.
So many new friends.
So many new friends.
So we're sweaty. How are we feeling about our first video game convention?
Great.
Feeling great? Feel a little out of place, but I'm okay with it.
I got it.
No? Okay. I like it. So you do. You're super nerd.